Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this
time for a workout.
A spring-loaded workout device you pump with your arms.
is your
You just shake it.
Photo News Fix. This fix is brought to you by Storyblocks and their massive inventory of studio quality stock footage. If you've ever been in need of a video clip for B-roll, After Effects templates, or motion backgrounds, Storyblocks has you covered. We've used B-roll from Storyblocks extensively over the past 5+ years. Whether it's this figure skater jumping or this never-ending cornfield, Storyblocks has you covered once again. Storyblocks has been there for us with royalty-free clips, audio, and graphics, and they can be there for you as well. To sign up for Storyblocks, head on over to storyblocks.com/fro. First up,
Oh no,
Kodak.
not again.
Skip it.
Next up, remember when Nikon said they would be shipping the new Z70-200 2.8 on August 28th, and I questioned whether or not they would hit that date by saying, yeah, they will, but in super low quantities.
18.
Well, I guess I was right. They did, in fact, ship the 70-200 2.8, and here's mine,
17.
that I bought at Alan's Camera. Now get down right there. The only reason I bought it is simple. Madeline Kay with Nikon PR said I didn't tip her enough on her OnlyFans page to get one. But if I tipped her $3,200, she would be more than happy to send me the lens. Now you may be saying to yourself, why $3,200 when the lens only sells for $2,600? Well, that's because OnlyFans takes 20% of all her tips, and she refused to eat the fee.
Don't just stare at it.
Anyway, my quick take on the lens without using it just yet is I love the feel, love how smooth the zoom is, and I love the short throw from 70 to 200, and I mean hate that the zoom ring is on the outside.
He likes it.
Now, I will get a review out to you as soon as I take this lens for a spin in the real world. Now, did anyone else get theirs in the mail just yet? Next up, is this a leaked photo of the GoPro Hero 9?
No.
Shut up, Norm. It's so clearly a leaked photo that it's not even funny. So what do we notice here? Oh, that it's a direct knockoff of DJI's Action Cam, which was a direct knockoff of the GoPro, just with some tweaks. Now, I also need to shout out Insta360 and their Modular One for being innovative. Speaking of being innovative, GoPro, yeah, they haven't innovated shit in years.
I'm working on it.
The only other potential spec besides the front-facing color screen would be that it shoots in 5K. And you know what? I don't care about 5K from a dinky tiny sensor, but what I do care about is a larger sensor that gives you even better video quality, even if it's 2.7K or, God forbid, only 4K. Now, there's no word on pricing or other specs, but I did think that it was a good story to share. Next up, Panasonic has officially announced their new hybrid full-frame mirrorless camera called the Lumix S5. The S5 is a smaller and more compact camera than the S1 and S1H. Even though it's smaller, guess what it still shares with its bigger sisters? The mount! That's right! It's part of the
Mount Alliance.
In terms of specs, even though they call this a hybrid shooter, it's really aimed at the video market. Now, could it be a full-frame version GH5 question mark?
Damn it.
Now, I'm sure the Micro Four Thirds lovers will still find a way to bitch about something. The S5 boasts a wide dynamic range and offers dual native ISO technology to allow you to get crystal clear Pepsi.
The first citrus cola.
I mean, crystal clear ISO with a maximum ISO of 51,200 for video. Now, did anybody ever try crystal clear Pepsi because it tasted like Coke? It will be able to shoot at 4K 60, as well as do 4K 422 with internal recording, and there's no time limit for the recording of video. Panasonic claims their autofocus will be on par with other systems, and I call bullshit, because their autofocus sucks. The S5 still employs the slower, more wonkier, less accurate DFD type autofocus. Now, I personally think Panasonic did a nice job with the S1 and S1H, but can they carve out enough of a market with another $2,000 video-centric camera to make it worthwhile? Now, what do you think? Is this a GH5 replacement? Moving on to rumor news, Canon might be preparing to release an EOS M7 crop sensor mirrorless camera that seems to be pretty feature-packed for what it offers. The M7 might have a 32 megapixel APS-C size sensor with dual pixel AF2, IBIS, EVF, dual SD card slots, 12 frames per second shooting without autofocus, which sucks, and 4K up to 60p, 120 at 1080, and a very small price tag of $1,599. $1,600 for a crop sensor camera that utilizes a mount that's been barely supported? Sure, you can adapt your EF lenses, but this just seems to be way overpriced. Now, the second part of the rumor is that Canon may be killing off the EOS M lineup altogether. Look, Canon probably had big ideas for the M mount at a time prior to going all in on the RF mount, but their ideas just never came to fruition. The M lineup is fun and snappy, but it should be killed off and replaced with an RF mount very similar to what Nikon did with the Z50 and its larger Z mount. They made a smaller crop sensor body with a full-size Z mount, and the camera crushes. That's right, it's big pun. I love the Z50. So if this is the end of the road for the EOS M, then I say,
see ya.
And finally, Sony Alpha Rumors is at it once again. Yeah. The site that gets it right 23% of the time, 100% of the time.
Stand by, we're checking it. All right.
Once again, was wrong about, well, a verified rumor from a so-called reputable source. For weeks, we've heard about a smaller entry-level full-frame camera that is going to be called either the A5 or the A6 guaranteed, and be a full frame that's packing the innards of the A7 III in something that's similar in size to the A6000 with a flip-out rotatable screen, one card slot, USB-C charging, mic and headphone jack, and be called the A5. Wait, no, the A6. No, okay, the A7C. And I quote two more solid sources from Sony Alpha Rumors, the C obviously stands for compact, or according to my source, it stands for...
The funny thing about my back is...
Now the pricing is interesting though, because the A7 III launched at $2,000 and was/is one of the most well-rounded cameras ever to hit the market, ever. So does this mean the A7 IV won't happen and the entry-level full frame will be relegated to a smaller, crappier feeling, cheaped out camera with a stupid flip-out rotatable screen? I'm just gonna say it. As a photographer, I don't care about your stupid flip-out rotatable screen. Can we please go back to the tiltable, angleable screen, because I actually could get my line straight when I held it above my head. Now, while we're at it, I don't care about vlogging cameras either, because you're not the next Casey Neistat.
Thought he was just some asking for a selfie.
No one cares about watching your vlog about your one-eyed cat that you adopted who lost his eye in the war and is named Sammy Davis Jr. Kitty. What kind of douchebag would do such a thing?
Oh, sick burn.
I do have to hand it to Sony Alpha Rumors though. They generally get the ball somewhere near the green. Usually it lands in the bunker, then they miss-hit it 34 times until they finally get it on the green, where they proceed to 8-putt it in for double bogey ×4 before getting it into the hole, only to claim they got a hole-in-one.
There you go. Good shot.
Was that too harsh? Because let me be the first to apologize to Sony Alpha Rumors. I'm sorry you make it so easy to bust your balls. I mean, if you toss enough shit against the wall, you're bound to get something right 1 out of 83 times. And there you have it. That's your photo news fix this time around. To check out the last fix, go ahead and click on the screen right here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And that's where I'm gonna leave it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.